Hello. Hello, hello, chat. There we go. One moment as I continue shilling for the stream today. I'm a little behind. That's okay. We got a lot going on today. I gotta just put up some announcements and we're good. I always hate shilling, but also how am I still gonna grow the page? So gotta live with it. Wait, no, I gotta edit that. Whoops. There we go. We should be pretty good now, I think. Maybe. Yeah, here we go. Turn down the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack. Should be able to see me now. There we go. We got a lot of good stuff in store today. Exciting, exciting, exciting. One moment. Okay, we're back. We are so back. Okay. I've tweeted. I've done everything I have to. Legal mandates for the game. We're going to get just a match in. A couple matches in. Maybe one or two. Depends until the boys are ready. And then I'm ready to rock, roll, and everything in between. Again. Oh, baby, I need you. I love this song so much. Persona 30th anniversary this year. That's kind of crazy, actually. That good? There we go. I have to adjust my chair. Oh, yeah.
Summon the Archmother in Furnace.
Tell me goodbye.
She will give you what you seek.
I'm gonna be rusty. I have not warmed up. It'll be interesting. I'm sure I'm not gonna here. There we go. Somehow figured you wouldn't check that.
Gotta get to the shop.
She point aggressive.
You'll be the last one standing.
I'm gonna need Heal Bane ASAP for multiple characters on the other team.
Well done, Doorman.
Dang, Doorman's cooking, alright. I can't believe I got that. That's kind of crazy. I really need one more level here.
Pull back. Rating.
Here we go. It's okay, we're gonna try and carry really hard this game. We're playing Furnace.
I don't go selling these to just anyone.
You're done, pal.
Burning a path.
Got him. There we go.
Good job. Set the spot.
Oh yeah, baby. We're cooking.
That's gonna help keep the blood on the
Booster would be
inside.
better. And then I think Spirit Lifesteal early would be nice. They're gonna make it that easy to just bait them to farm. I'm gonna just farm like crazy. To me, it's up to the rest of the team. Play reasonably well. That urn supporting them? I think it is. Water hit me all she wants.
Going to shop.
She's going that good.
Going to shop. And away we go.
Why are you fighting again, Ivy?
Burn it all.
Shoot her, Ivy. Shoot her, Ivy. Shoot her, shoot her, shoot her, shoot her. Better kill him, Ivy. Get out of there, Ivy. Come on. They can chase you under the pillar. You can do this. I believe in her. Come on. Survive for like 2 more seconds and I got him. That didn't land a parry? Are you kidding me?
Thanks.
Good shit, Ivy.
Little bit of advice. Don't get caught.
This is perfect for getting in or getting out. No one outruns me.
If you need full protection, you know where to look.
Try to keep up.
You taking a swing at me? But I had this under control.
All good, all good. We're still doing good.
A boon from your patron.
I got something for you.
Can't do anything yet.
Gotta run. Let's ash him.
There we
Stay
go.
in the dirt.
Thank you.
I got you, I got you.
You see that shit?
Oh yeah.
This'll be a wrap.
I'm headshot by you.
You have a good eye.
Probably.
See ya. On the move.
Mid-boss has arrived.
I see the bookworm. All good. Me.
Nope. That's fine. I'm not sure there's much they can do here.
Need something a little more flammable. Let's go! Light 'em up.
They deliver
Away with that. Hmm.
Gotta run.
Good job.
I'm going in. Good work. Thank you. I gotta keep moving.
That's greed on my part. I should just do this.
Look who's ready
Really
for a
bullet
2
resist
a.m.
ain't bad
Metro
against them.
ride.
Just keep bullying.
Burning it back.
I see the enemy.
Look at that.
You think you got the
Chase
upper
me,
hand?
come on, please. Funny. Seal up, bro.
Going a shot.
They're on napalm.
I got enough life steal now. I'm doing good. Mirage is an issue, though.
Try to keep up.
See if I can bait them into that. No, they won't do it. They're too smart.
Got something for you.
The mother extends her hand.
Incinerated. Someone order a cocktail? You took out that.
Thank you.
And away we go. Burn it down.
Here we go. Doing okay.
On the move.
There you go.
Order a cocktail? Took him out.
Our yellow guardian has been defeated.
I'm gonna let Drifter go over that. I'm just gonna farm this as much as I can. They're kind of gonna let us get away with it.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
I love him. He's so cool.
Pitiful line.
Let's see how this goes. We should probably retreat here.
I'll leave nothing but ash.
Shit.
Go back.
Good shit, everybody.
Let's stop this iron.
Sounds good.
Take him down. Burning a path.
I'm gonna be a little late to this, I think.
The urn has
Maybe
been
not, though.
dropped.
Yeah, here. Nice.
Oh, Viper, you are so beautiful. You're mine.
Let's go.
Oh, I didn't even realize he was right there. I'm dead for that, yeah. Oh, but he's probably dead though.
This party ain't stopping anytime soon.
This is just a dot extravaganza, bro. Nice. Oh, Ivy being there to clutch is crazy good. Oh my god. No, hell yeah, man.
Good game.
Bro typed GG while he died. That's crazy. Insane levels of toxicity. Alright. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to win this one as fast as we can, so we need to copycat. I'm gonna push that.
I can afford the best.
Secret shop real quick.
I got one of those for the missus. Big fan.
We should try and take this lane. Strategically, this is the move. And I can fight the Mina, definitely. Not by a lot. Ah, caged.
Our green guardian has been defeated.
Do this.
Gotta run.
Okay.
You see that shit?
Oh, really?
No one else. Initiate.
That's bad. I'm probably gonna die now. Yep. Oh my gosh, so close. And nobody capitalized off that. That's gonna suck. Let's see here. Okay. Oops. Yo, hello, I'm popping in really fast.
Really?
Yo, hello, I'm popping in real quick to have you on after this game. Should be done soon.
Yes, Mark had just gone to the bathroom.
Alright, perfect. Say hi to the stream. There you go.
Oh, is my voice going through?
Yeah, your voice should be going through.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just popped in to say hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
We can do like a testing.
People
and
of
all that.
COFY Studios.
Yes, it should be good. I imagine it sounds good. I have the level. I worked on the levels earlier. It should be fun. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, but I'll be back in a sec, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, sure. thing.
Gotcha.
Right on. The boys get an early cameo. We love to see it. Wait, if this is all happening, we're gonna take this tower. This is the strategic plan.
Drifter, your
Green needs help.
our green walker is under attack.
Really, we take this 100% here.
On the move, turn them to ashes. Incinerate.
There we go.
Try to keep up.
Okay, that was really
This is
good.
gonna make a hell of an
That
explosion.
puts us at a good spot here. Or we should at least. Let's see here. I just realized I'm not looking at chat. Pull that back up. tabbed out. Okay.
No one outruns me. Order a cocktail?
It's gonna hurt.
Who's with me?
There we go. Let's see how this goes. They can see me from here. Hello.
This isn't gonna work out well for you.
Should be able to just kind of fold here low-key, even though I was dying.
Been defeated.
Regeneration and cooldown on run would be really good. We can all hear you. Good. I'm glad. Okay. We're all good. I'm happy to hear that. Yes, very exciting. Thanks for tuning in. We should, hypothetically, beat their asses any minute, but it depends if the team throws, which is kind of happening, but we've done... Oh no, our doorman's cooking. Wait. My goat.
Today's just not going your
Good for you to
way,
lose
is
this?
it?
I don't think so. Oh, but they do lose the shine. That's big for us. Okay. Oh, money. I'm kind of broke. It's okay. I'm gonna go to test.
Try to keep up.
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
It's my time.
Takes care of him.
Nothing personal, Mirage.
Now that's teamwork.
You work well with others, Ivy.
They could be anywhere.
You taking a swing at me?
They're in mid.
Let's go mid. You see that shit?
This is such a good Infernus build for mid take. This is really good.
The Rejuvenator is descending.
Huge.
We got to
Love to see
rejuvenate.
it.
Let's go! Someone order a cocktail? Unlocking the door.
Rip whoever that was that got thrown in.
Took him out.
Certainly a GG. We just win here, Loki. There we go.
Now is not the time for mercy.
Good game, boys.
Fun times.
Wow, that was a really good game. We kind of crushed them. That's got me like hyped, and now I'm ready to do the podcast. That's like perfect.
I'll be honest, I wasn't worried.
Our Viper was cooking. 14. Dude. Love to see it. Mommy's. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, let me kill the music. Okay, let's go over to here. Okay, we're back.
We're so back.
We are in fact so back. Alright, here, let me set this up. This should work. Okay. Turn on virtual camera on OBS. And then you guys should be able to see me. Okay, that works. Pop it out.
I see him.
Hello.
Close the Discord advertisement. Switch to the podcast page on the stream. Do this. Tell it I want it to capture this window. Window capture. And I think that worked. I think everybody like I have to move Mark's name up. Wait, no, if I full screen it. There we go. I had to full screen it. I think that looks good. Here, let me move this to this side. I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Here.
I would say so.
Okay, there we go. Boom. I can see everybody's
Nice.
names. I think it's lined up perfectly. Okay, there we go. That worked. Sorry for the delay. That game went way faster actually than I thought it was. Like, oh no, they're ready, and this is gonna be like a 40-minute game, and then we like beat their
Oh.
ass. So I was like, okay,
We,
well, that's
we were
good.
just chilling. We're just chilling.
Yeah, I hopped in the
Making
cafe
sure.
lounge just to make sure it was all set up.
Nice, nice. Please, people in chat. Also, I know Mina's in chat. Let us know if the audio levels are like whack and like sound really bad or something, but it should be good. I need to pull up my list of stuff actually, and then I'll give like a formal intro. This is exclusive stream people content. They get this. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Alright, I'll just bring it in then, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the COFY Cast. I will be updating the stream title for those who are live. But we got Glenn, say hi. I'm gonna do this kind
Hello.
of scuffed. Mark, say hello.
Yo.
And then, of course, myself.
Hello.
And all three of us together will be doing the COFY Cast today. Exciting, exciting. And we'll be talking about Summer Games Fest stuff, general games news, and we'll just kind of jump into it and have a lot of fun. If one of you has anything else you want to say, go ahead and say it or something while I'm updating like us to just chatting and everything. But other than that, it should be good.
Yeah, very excited. Big season for games. This is when we start finding out about stuff that's going to come out in the holiday season, which
For real.
is big time for games.
Oh yeah, very exciting.
Is that typically how it goes? It's like stuff that's announced now, it's for the holiday season, or?
I think usually, yeah.
Okay.
That November
Definitely
time frame.
smaller stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's that November time frame that like enough time to buy it for your child for Christmas kind of vibe, right? Like that's
Right.
that's always the big money market.
Like, some big stuff on my mind is May is when we get multiplayer reveal trailers for the year's Call of Duty.
Yes,
So,
that usually is when this happens.
And when we are inevitably cursed with another Call of Duty game, we will figure out how the multiplayer looks around this season. In terms of that being during Summer Games Fest. still a shot in the dark. Multiplayer wasn't revealed for 2025's Call of Duty
Yeah.
Summer Games Fest, but
Mhm.
it is around this
Wait.
time.
It doesn't have multiplayer yet. That Call of Duty game that came out.
Oh no! Multiplayer reveal trailers.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, okay.
like usually they'll reveal what this is going to be about earlier in the year.
Yeah, exactly.
May is when they show off like the multiplayer reveals.
Oh, okay.
I know it was very controversial last multiplayer reveal because out that there was akimbo weapons.
Yes, I did see that. I remember that was a big
Right, akimbo's been there for a long time.
one.
It's not new news. So yeah, akimbos are back in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I believe we're on now.
Yeah, it is. I think it is the 7th one, which is kind of crazy to think about. I don't know. COD just like I played a lot of Modern Warfare 2019, but I don't know. Like it's been like a consistent decline. I think like every year it's worse somehow. They fumble the bag harder.
Yeah.
I heard the new one was like awful. I didn't even play Black Ops 7, but unfortunately,
Neither did I.
I did remember it was all over Twitter for a while. That clip of the boss fight with like I think it's Michael Rucker,
Right.
where he's
Yeah.
like a giant, and you're
Yes.
like, what the hell is
Yeah.
this?
Michael Rucker's character Mercer turns into this demon spawn thing in your head. And yeah, it's this year's Call of Duty is already confirmed to be Modern Warfare 4.
Oh wow, they're breaking the Modern Warfare trend. They're not gonna just reboot it again.
They are. No, it's continuing from the Modern Warfare 3 of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
That like really short one that got a bunch of controversy because the
Oh, yeah,
campaign
yeah,
was
yeah.
like 2 hours.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
they're
the
continuing
Modern
off of
Warfare
that.
3 remake. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so that story's continuing.
Interesting. Okay. I also didn't play that.
Yeah.
one.
No, I didn't play that one either.
I played Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 1 and 2. I thought 2 was mid, and then I played Black Ops 6 and I really thought that was mid. And then I was like, I think I'm just done with this franchise forever now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Watch
that-
us just talk about a bunch of games and like, oh yeah, we haven't played that one though. Just
There is-
we haven't played it.
Yeah, it's just us like
That is
giving like
possible.
opinions on stuff we haven't played.
Right, just I haven't played. There'll be more of that.
There will be more of that, I guarantee it. The Three Musketeers, yes. But yeah, so we've each written up some stuff or have some loose notes to talk about Summer Games Fest predictions. I will give the floor up first to Glenn because he definitely wrote his list first out of the group.
Yeah.
I definitely wrote my list like 20 minutes before I went live, so I'll bring it in last. So I'll leave the floor to you because I know you've been really excited to talk about it. So yeah.
Yeah. I did break it up. I do have some lists, and funnily enough, the top of my list I made some things I'd be disappointed to see at the Summer Games Fest. Right at the top of the list was COD news, Call of Duty news.
What we've just been talking about.
Yeah, so that was at the top of my list. Next up, this I don't even know if this is possible, but Diablo's expansions. I
Like
believe we're
another
still
one?
in the middle. Yeah.
Because
I
one
believe
just
we're
came
still
out.
in the middle of getting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the one
Okay.
that was at
Just came
Game
out.
Awards just came out, I think.
Okay. So probably something like that. Another one of mine, which I'm pretty sure I literally just saw leaked today, or not leaked. It was probably revealed.
Mhm.
A new Marvel Rivals character. I believe
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
seeing some Cyclops news.
Yeah, he just got announced
being
along with Devil Dinosaur. So that may be good that that's not going to take up a spot because it's already been announced.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's like I more so just like predicted it
Yeah.
than presented. But
I kind of love that. You have like the psychic Marvel Rivals awareness.
I was like, Deadpool's been out long enough where it feels like somebody new should be coming in, and then there was that Black Cat and Fox thing.
Yeah.
And then this is one I typed up after rewatching some 2025 Summer Game Fest footage.
Mhm.
But the gacha games. There was a lot of
There was
gacha
a lot
games
of gacha
reveals
games
in
last year.
2025, and I am scared that will just persist.
That's a fair, I think, critique is to talk about the fact that could happen.
there
Have you
could be some
guys
gotcha games.
have you heard about Neverness to Everness?
Nah.
It's like
Everness to Everness.
it's like a gotcha game, but GTA.
Oh, I think I saw footage of
Interesting.
that actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did play for a bit. It was pretty fun, but yeah, just another gotcha game.
Oh,
But
that'll
I don't
probably
know.
get a
Yeah.
trailer then.
When you say like GTA, is that like cars, modern
Yeah, just
day,
cars.
or?
Yeah,
Oh,
in a
okay, okay.
city. You're in a city. There's cars and stuff and fighting. But I don't know, it seemed
Interesting.
fun. But yeah, I've never been much for gotcha games, but I'll try one occasionally because it's free
Yeah,
as long as you don't get sucked into the gotcha part of it. But I mean, free to try, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I think I remember seeing footage of that because people were like, "We got GTA 6 before GTA 6."
Yeah, exactly. Anime GTA 6.
That would be really
That's
funny
the first day.
if Jeff Keighley, like, not to get ahead of people, right, but like shows GTA 6 footage and then he's like, "And if you liked that," and then points to the screen and it's gonna be that game.
Right.
That'd be crazy. Anyway, continue. Sorry, not to cut off the
That
momentum.
was all I had in terms of things I would prefer not to see.
That's fair.
So
Right.
I think we can end the outline there and then go on to the other suggestions after you share some of your
Yeah,
ideas.
I was thinking about disappointments. I didn't write a lot of disappointments, but
Mhm.
one thing I was gonna say was like, this sounds mean. I don't want to dunk on like High Guard, right? But another free to play multiplayer shooter with like the pastel colors. Like, come on, man.
Yes.
It's been like every time it's like a 10-minute segment where like a bunch of other stuff. I would rather they show like 3 or 4 indie game trailers in that 10-minute span than like, oh, High Guard 3, right? Like, so I definitely don't want to see another free to play battle pass shooter at all show footage. And other than that,
Yeah.
this was a general thing I wrote down, but like games that like recently got like news, I don't want to see like, oh, by the way, this just came out. Like a good example would be like you brought up Diablo. Like if Diablo gets a 3-minute spot where they're like, yo, buy our expansion, it's out now. Like that's lame. Like I already know it's out and I didn't buy it. That's coming from me. I love Diablo and I have not been playing 4 like at all. So
Yeah.
I heard it was pretty good.
Really, I haven't really heard anything.
I
tried to
only
avoid
played
it.
Diablo 4 when it came out, but I haven't gone back. But I was seeing really good reviews. I don't know, maybe I'm misinformed, but I heard good things about it, so it made me think about coming back to it.
I played a ton on launch, and then I remember they did their first season, and they
they
did the thing that so many games do, where it's like, oh, I'm into it, I'm really liking it, and they changed the whole balance, and then like the whole game's like different, and I was like, oh, this sucks now, and then I left, and I haven't gone back. So yeah, but yeah, that would be my main disappointments. I don't want to see 10 minutes of free to play shooter footage that I'm never gonna download, and I don't want to see like, hey, did you know that Diablo is available right now? And if you type in code Summer Games Fest, you could get the DLC for $4 off. Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
But that's all I had for like disappointments. It was like more general than anything. I can't think of like specific stuff other than that.
I definitely got very specific. I was ready to dog on Marvel Rivals quick. I think. Yeah.
But yeah. Mark, how about you?
Anything
You got any?
Marcus, Mark?
Well, you know, I did like look up a couple things before the podcast, and then I realized a lot of like the anticipated announcements or disappointments. These are games I don't play. So,
That's fair.
like none of them are like there's nothing I play here, which is I mean, the one thing is like, you know, when I look at the Games Fest, it's because I also look for games that I normally wouldn't have heard of or played, and you know, it's like I feel like it's always good to watch that and see like, oh, that looks interesting. Like even if it's like an older series with like a new title,
Yeah.
you know, I know there's going to be a lot of that. But yeah, typically like I see there's like a lot of. It seems like it'll be big for Capcom. I'm sure they'll have a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I could talk about Capcom, but we should save that for on its own because it's a lot. I could talk a lot about Capcom.
I have a feeling all 3 of us could really talk about Capcom.
Right. And it's like 3 different games from the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I don't really play fighting games or other some of the anticipated releases like, you know, Tomb Raider, Witcher 4 could be interesting.
I had something I
Like,
saw as a leak. I had under my expected that has to do with Capcom that I'll hold my tongue on.
yeah. So for me, it's hard to say
Yeah.
disappointments because it's like I don't know because it's like for me it would be like I don't play that game, so it's not really a disappointment or not. It's just not
You just be like,
relevant,
oh,
but
okay.
but yeah, I think what I mean, you know, if we are talking about what we want to see, I don't know if you guys have a list for that.
Oh yeah, I've got
definitely do.
I filled out sections as much as I could to follow Glenn. Mine's a little more vague, but
Mhm.
yeah, if you want to jump in it, Mark, we can reverse it. We'll go back to Glenn this time.
Yeah. What do you want to see, Mark?
Oh man, I mean, I'm probably completely off base for a lot of these. I'll save the Capcom stuff, but yeah, I mean, Witcher 4 could be interesting because I know that one's been in development, you know. Although I never finished 3, I only played 3 was one I couldn't get into
Yeah.
for some reason. I think, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should give it a chance because it does look interesting, the 4. Uh, rumors about the Final Fantasy VII remake, Part 3.
That is on my
Ooh.
list. I will be talking about
Yeah.
that.
Because that's also again
Yeah.
more games that I haven't played that I'll be talking about. I haven't played the first 2 remakes, but it is on my
I know. Yeah.
ever expanding
The
backlog.
ever-expanding backlog.
Right.
It'll be
I
a
do
good
have
time to do
those-
it if they announce part 3, because I bet
It
the
would,
amount of
yeah.
time it would take you to finish both of those would be
Right.
right when 3 comes out.
And let me see. So on the From Software stuff, we'll probably hear about Duskbloods, but
like
there
we have
has
to.
been that leak that I
Yeah.
don't believe. But
I
the
wrote down
leak
about that too.
sounds the
I
leak
did too.
sounds sick. I'm not gonna lie.
If that's
that
true,
sounds
that's
awesome.
crazy.
I would love a game like that, Cerulean Onslaught, but yeah, I don't know. This seems like typical 4chan
When
fan fiction.
It does. When I read that
Yeah.
leak though, I immediately thought of you, Glenn, because I know how much
Yeah.
you love Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and you also love Souls games. I was like, bro, they're
Yo.
gonna give him just both of those together.
Both.
I was like, he's gonna freak out.
And it's
It
like,
was.
oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna go on about that. But if you were continuing, Mark, you definitely go ahead because I
Well,
got a lot.
well, I mean, From Software, because Duskbloods is not really like its main title, right? It's like a sort of Night Rain
Yeah.
situation and it's a Switch 2 exclusive, so it's like, well, I don't know, with
Yeah.
like multiplayer and all that. So, you know, I know in the past, which I think it's smart because FromSoft, like they have the heavy hitters like the Dark Souls series and Elden Ring and Bloodborne. So, but then, you know, what do you do with like a lot of new talent in the company when they're hiring new people? You give them like lower stakes projects. So a lot of I heard this. I can't confirm if this is true, but it makes sense to me. It's like so they have like a lot of the younger staff work on like Night Rain and
Yeah.
Duskblood. So it's like these smaller stakes, experimental, but sort of get their get them working on it, and then they're working. I mean, I would assume they're working on a main game, whether that's Elden Ring 2 or a completely new one.
Start the
What?
Bloodborne 2.
Yeah,
circle in
or
chat.
right. Of
Yeah.
course. After the Bloodborne PC remaster, Bloodborne card release, deluxe
Yeah,
edition.
exactly.
But yeah, I mean, what I would really like for the next From Software like major title, like Elden Ring type game, I really would like them to go back to their roots a bit with Dark Souls 1. Because I think that's still. I mean, I haven't finished 3 and I haven't played Sekiro yet, or finished Sekiro yet. But out of the ones I've played, there's just something about Dark Souls 1 where, uh, the way it just like it's not. Because the one thing I didn't like about 3 is it felt too linear. But then Elden Ring, a big critique of it was that because it was an open world game, it didn't. You could go anywhere, but that means individual locations were not as fleshed out. And I feel like Dark Souls 1 will hit that sweet spot in the middle where it is very much a linear, like 3D Metroidvania game, but I feel like the way it was crafted and the way that everything was connected in the world, I would really like them to go back to that. I guess Bloodborne was also similar in vein. Again, I haven't played that one, but I've heard people compare
It is,
Bloodborne's
yeah, I
level
would say
design
so.
to Dark Souls 1. So something along the lines of like Bloodborne, doesn't have to be Bloodborne 2, but if this Cerulean Onslaught has that DNA of Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne, I would love that. But we'll see.
Yeah. It reminds me, at least hearing the leak, and again, it could be total nonsense, right? But when I listened to the leak, It reminds me the most, honestly, of Demon Souls, because I don't know if you played Demon Souls Remake, Mark, but I think you did, Glenn.
I definitely did.
And because in that you have like the statues, right? And you go to the statue shrines and you kneel before them, and it teleports you to another area. Well, I just thought of it as like, oh, it's kind of going to be like that, where you have like distinct paths to different areas that you complete, and then that unlocks the next one, etc. Right? It's going to be like that, but with just islands. Like you're going to just sail to like one set of islands, then find something that'll let you go to the next, right? And you'll keep coming back to like a Firelink shrine that's like in the middle.
Yeah.
Definite Wind Waker. I saw people say that Wind Waker, like Zelda.
I did see that comparison as well.
Yeah.
I definitely played a lot of Demon Souls, and I completely get what you're saying. I haven't read a lot of the leak at all, but that's because, like Mark touched on, I don't really believe it yet.
I don't really either.
Yeah, it's like Duskbloods. We don't even have a release date, right?
We don't.
We don't.
No.
Oh,
we
shit.
we have Q4 2026. That's that is just purely on like what do you call it?
Like speculation.
Yeah, speculation. So my biggest expectation from Summer Games Fest is a date for that.
Yeah.
Whether they push it back to 2027 or we at least get a date for that.
No, I think so. Yeah, you'll get the date for Duskbloods in the Summer Games Fest. Yeah.
That's definitely a prediction I'm making. And I think once people have simmered on that a bit, we'll start to see like real cracks in the Cerulean Sea or whatever they're calling it.
You know, the one thing about the leak is that they said the original 4chan post said it'll be one of the final reveals at the Summer Games Fest. Launch in August, beating Duskbloods.
That would be
crazy. Which is like that's the one thing I don't know. I don't think From Software has done that typically. Like they've I know some studios, they like to shadow drop or nearly shadow drop like that, you know, like just a few months, but I feel like From Software you know about what they're working on, and then it's like a year or so before they release. So it doesn't seem like something they would do, but I always love a good shadow drop, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, like Elden Ring, right? People found out George R.R. Martin was on the team at From Software, and people blew up.
Yeah.
Right? We've been hearing about Elden Ring for like years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they have it in their place to shadow drop yet.
No.
That would be pretty crazy.
A shadow drop of like Duskbloods where they're like, haha, it's done faster than you thought would be crazy too.
That would be pretty crazy. But yeah, I honestly, I don't think one of my predictions for Duskbloods alone is I don't think that's staying on the Switch, like straight up.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
I think it's staying on Switch
because it's been so silent, and because there's been multiple Nintendo Directs since they announced that, and it's been crickets. So I'm really curious how that's going to be if they actually.
I know with usually like the PlayStation exclusives or other consoles, it stays there for like a year and then eventually they port it to PC. But I don't know if Nintendo's always a bit different when it comes to their stuff. So maybe it will just stay on the Switch indefinitely, which would suck.
Yes, but... classic Nintendo. Our games never go on sale.
Yeah. although I guess the counterpoint to that would be Monster Hunter Rise, which was a Switch exclusive, but then that eventually got a PC port, so it's possible.
It would be really funny if Duskbloods ended up on PC and Xbox, and then like it didn't end up on PlayStation because of Bloodborne or something, where like it's like too close or something, like some insanity where it ends up being like region locked or something. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them.
Bloodborne. This Bloodborne discourse is going to be the end of everything.
I did write not to spoil my list, but under like long shots, I wrote like Bloodborne 2. But that's not gonna happen. Really
point,
remake.
Yeah, at this point, people have just been figuring out how to like sim the game on PC, and I've been seeing clips of it over the last few months, and it's like in a pretty workable state. So it's like at this point, it's like, well,
You should just do it.
I don't know,
Yeah.
or just no, it's like too late. It's like people who want to play on PC have just figured out how to do it. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to play that game, but I would have to dust off the old PS5 controller to do it.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but
anything else you want to throw on, Mark, and then I can jump in on some of what I expect to see versus like long shots and like the meme category.
Well, I mean, I know because Capcom has just been having a lot. I'm sure they'll have stuff there. So there's a couple things. There's one game in particular I want to talk about, but I'll wait till we're talking about more Capcom stuff.
Well, I can jump in on some Capcom stuff right now for a leak I saw, which I don't know if you guys saw, but the leak I saw was Capcom announcing the final Street Fighter Pass, which was confirmed to have a guest character, and the leak said the guest character is Tifa from FF7. And it will be in tandem with an FF7 Part 3 announcement at Summer Games Fest. So you'll get both. And I saw that was what they were going to try or what somebody's claiming they're going to do. Now, I think
this is just a leak?
It was a leak.
Okay.
They were saying they got Tifa. Because the thing was, people wanted Tifa and Tekken. That was like a joke when Tekken 8 came out. And then Harada was like, oh, I can't do it. I can't say why, but I can't do it. Like, it's not possible. And then it leaked a little while back that people were like, oh, maybe she's going to be in Street Fighter. And so if Capcom manages to pull that off, be like, look, Tifa in Street Fighter, also FF7 Part 3 is coming out. Buy our game, right? That would be crazy. Because they're already on a tear this year. They're on a tear this year. With RE9, Pragmata, like, it's crazy good.
They are.
I think I know what maybe Mark wants to say, which I was also written down, which was Monster Hunter DLC.
Oh shit! I completely forgot about that.
One of your most played games.
No, it's like my second most played game on Steam, but the thing is, like, so they released their last title update for the base game just a couple months ago that introduced Gogmazios and all that.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's just kind of a farm. So I did that farm for a bit, but it's like you just sort of wait for the DLC now. So that's a good point. That we maybe we'll get a reveal, because I don't think they usually wait too long from a main title Monster Hunter, like with Worlds and Iceborne. I don't think there's a long waiting period. So you could see a reveal now and then maybe a release. Yeah, maybe for the holiday season.
I think
so. Actually,
awesome.
that I would be really interested in that. I'll come back and play that. But then no, that wasn't the game I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about Dragon's Dogma.
Oh yeah, go off.
Dogma.
So I mean, I think not everyone like that. That is a Capcom game, and I think I forgot when the second one came out, but it was a couple of years ago. To like sort of mid reviews. I really enjoyed the second game. But the state of the fandom right now is hilarious, because it kind of feels like Capcom abandoned the series.
Oh yeah.
And I've sent you guys that video essay about Dragon's Dogma 2 and the creative director, and he left the company already.
Yeah.
But then so it was like the second anniversary a couple months ago. So backtrack a bit. So the fandom has just been on pure copium. Like, oh, surely like Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC, because that game it like a lot of his issues would be fixed, could be fixed with a DLC. So people have just been like asking for a DLC to, like, because the original Dragon's Dogma did get a DLC done by maybe it was done by a different studio, but they got the DLC Dark Arisen, which improved the base game tremendously, and it's considered a cult classic. But yeah, it's maybe I don't know. It's kind of hard to know how number 2 did, because I think it sold well, but Capcom just doesn't seem interested, which is funny. But then you read their investor papers, and they list Dragon's Dogma 2 as like a title that they'll continue to utilize. But one look at the fandom, and it's like, no, people are like pure copium for that DLC. But then earlier this year, it was this, they had like on social media, they post like the anniversary, like, oh, second anniversary of Dragon's Dogma 2. And people on the subreddit went crazy, because they're like, wait a minute, that character in the back, we haven't seen that character before. And if you look at the table here and these details, this is Capcom telling us that DLC is coming. And I'm like, as much as I would love a DLC, and if maybe if they drop DLC news, that would be crazy, and you would see that community explode.
Oh
But
yeah, I'd love to see that.
it could also be very well that they were just using unused assets for that
Yeah.
image. So
Mm.
it could go either way. So yeah, I would that's my one gripe with Capcom, despite all its W's this year, is that this feeling that they've abandoned this IP. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they're cooking, but it's hard to say with the creative director having left the company.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Because I think we could see
Yeah.
a lot from Capcom, low key. Like,
Could be.
because I think
they could have
about
their own section. Yeah.
because I remember there was one. It was either Game Awards or Summer Games Fest where like Capcom had a tear. They announced like 4 things. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that again because they got Onimusha, which I have. I can talk about that. They have Onimusha Way of the Sword, which I think they will show because that comes out this year. They can show that the Monster Hunter DLC, Dragon's Dogma DLC. I don't think they'll announce Resident Evil
Resident
yet.
Evil DLC.
Maybe. They
No?
said it was close, but like I don't know what they mean by close, right? Like Capcom's like, oh, we're close to completing it. That could mean like a year, you know.
So I read again more leaks that we should take very seriously.
I have a couple of things that are leaks as well. So
for Resident Evil or
no, for other topics.
Oh, okay.
I have stuff that I was reading like today.
This is completely unsubstantiated, but leaks suggesting Ada Wong and Chris Redfield will return. I don't know if that even makes sense.
Oh man, that's a whole different can of worms, bro.
It does make sense for like where 9 goes. Without talking spoilers for 9, it makes sense. But also, I think that would be cool. I'll be honest. I really like the idea of like Chris and Ada DLC. I'm not against that. Like doing a double where it's like maybe Ada has the more horror focused stuff again, and then like Chris takes on the like bruiser role for the DLC. I think that would be cool. I just don't. How would I say it? I'm not sure how far along they would be on that, right? And like how they would balance it out, because I don't want it to be just like retracking, right? Like I think Separate Ways for RE4 was really good. I'm curious how they would do something like that for 9. Because it would be cool to see them doing that, but so much of 9 takes place at one location, which is like the you see it in the trailer, so I don't think it's a spoiler to say it, right? But like the hospital. Like a large chunk of that game is the hospital. If they're doing some shit like Ada was lurking in the hospital while Grace and Leon were there, and neither of them ran into each other the whole time, that's ridiculous.
That would be something.
Like Ada's pulling corners and Leon's rounding the corners. Like that's a joke. Like you got to be kidding me. It would make more sense for the later areas, but if they did anything with that first area, I would be like, bro, that's insane.
Did 9 drop any hints of those 2 characters, or is it just more of like lore-wise it makes sense, but there wasn't anything to suggest?
There's...
I want to say, lore-wise, Ada makes more sense than Chris.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it under wraps as much as possible. This is very Raccoon City focused. Chris was never in Raccoon City on that night. So... With that being said, Ada will make more sense with Chris. And what you said, Willis, I was picturing Ada being the you used the word bruiser, brute kind of thing. I pictured Ada being that, and Claire being the Grace, because Claire was in Raccoon City on that night. She saw the RPD just as much as Leon.
Yeah,
have her do something more in the RPD, because like looking back in RE9, RPD is a very small part.
Yeah,
very small. But the Raccoon City as a whole was very big.
Yes.
And there's a lot of Jill discourse. They would have to do so much with Jill's character to make me believe that. Like Jill's role in RE5
I was about to say
is crazy. They need to retcon RE5 long before they throw Jill into an RE9.
I mean, yeah, because that we're gonna keep doing this all podcast, I think, because it's a predictions podcast. But like leaks, right? That big Capcom leak said it would be Claire for RE10. I think is what that leak said, and that makes a lot of sense for me because, like you said, as much as I would love it to be Jill because she's the OG, right? In a lot of ways, Jill's character is in the blender. like big
Yeah.
time in the blender, like
Yes.
unrecoverable character slander from RE5. So the only way I think
Yes.
they could do Jill again would be to fix it by RE5 remake. And if they could do an RE5 remake to fix that, I think it would be really awesome. But I'm not sure how they'll handle that.
Listen,
It'll be
that was in
interesting.
my long shots, Willis. This was literally in my long shots, and I was talking to a friend of ours while I was at work, literally at work. She was saying how she wanted to pick up RE5 when she's done with RE2.
Yes, yeah.
I think that needs to be remade before I start throwing new gamers into RE5.
RE5 has aged badly, really badly.
I think they are going to retcon so much of that game.
Yeah,
I
think so.
think there is so much in that game that is about to lose so much relevance. It's not even funny. Like, they need to flesh out so much more characters.
So much of what I love RE5. I want to say this before I get slandered on like Twitter by like one YouTube viewer who finds our podcast and gets mad. Right? I'm sorry. But like a lot of what RE5 does, I'm gonna not open this can of worms, but excluding the like racism and crazy shit that's in that game, a lot of what it sets up plot wise is what people hate about the franchise. Like a lot of where it goes and then takes it, and then 6 then jumps off of some of the stuff it touches on, right? And like where that tried to go, they tried really hard to backpedal on all of that. So they should just straight retcon it. They should. They know what people like and don't like at this point, especially post RE7. You know.
Yes.
They need to fix a lot of that. Some of which is Jill's character. It would be so easy to get people to buy that game. They'd be like, "Look, Wesker! Oh my God, Wesker!"
And that was going to be part of my RE9 DLC predictions. If they do something like that,
yeah,
Xeno, in my mind, his story is not done.
I actually 100% agree. I don't think they're done with him.
As vague as possible for the people that have not played 9.
Yeah. We'll talk around it. It's been out for a while now, so I don't think talking about like a little bit of it's fine. But yes,
his story is not done, and we're gonna see more of him if there is a DLC. I'm just hoping it's not like RE7's DLC, where this character comes in, kills the bad guy that should have died.
Yes, yeah, I know what you mean.
Done. That's exactly what happens in RE7 with Lucas's character.
Yeah.
Don't want to see that again.
I also don't like that DLC. I think the other DLC for 7 is really good.
Yes.
But yes, I'll cap off the Capcom conversation by including something I put in my meme bets that I just think is total cope. But then I'll talk about something I actually think could be a long shot at the same time, all right? Two things I'll talk about really quick, and then I think that's kind of a capstone for Capcom. Other than like they showed Mega Man, maybe they'll show Mega Man footage, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
But they confirmed that's like late next year, so I don't know if they'll do that. I think meme bet people are like huffing the cope like crazy is DMC6. That's not happening. I don't think that's happening at all.
A new season of the show just came out, though.
Well, that leads into my long shot bet, which is I don't think we're getting DMC6. Not to talk Devil May Cry spoilers. Well, first of all, I have been watching the show. Season 2's been kind of bad, even compared to Season 1, which a lot of people didn't like. I thought it was fine. But 2 has not been good. But 5 ends on a point that feels like a capstone for the series. So I don't think they would want to jump into 6 anytime soon. However, I do think, going off, again, the leak that said Claire for RE10 and everything that came out for like Capcom's schedule leak, it did say RE Engine DMC1 remake. And I think that's way more possible than us getting 6. Because the way 5 ends, it almost feels like they could never do 6 and it's fine. You know, like 5 feels like a real capstone moment in the series. I think they're going to just give DMC, because as someone who recently replayed DMC1, that game is old. Like, really old.
Yeah,
it is aged
I remember
badly.
watching you play. Yeah.
It was not good. It's really fun, but I think a remake would be amazing. Like, that'd be awesome.
So the same like investor briefing I saw with Dragon's Dogma 2 also had DMC as one of the IPs that, including, you know, like they want to reinvest it, including remakes. So I wouldn't be surprised. But man, that's a lot for Capcom. Like they're gonna have to like put it out one by one in rapid succession. All these.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We might not get everything, but definitely I think yeah, I would say the highest likelihoods, because it's been a while for Monster Hunter. We'll probably get news about the DLC or at least a little teaser. But yeah, I would. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would be too soon for the RE DLC, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think DMC1 remake's way better. I want them to make it though. I hope it's the same team that does the remakes at Capcom for RE works on the remakes for DMC, because they need to give it the RE4 treatment where it's like you update the graphics, make the gameplay better, like give us a real camera maybe, like 5 has where it lets you like control it a little bit better. But they need to keep the dialogue like they did with 4. Like Leon saying like bingo in 4 is like so iconic. I need the bad line readings from DMC1 to stay.
Oh yeah.
I need Dante like holding Trish and he's like, I should have filled your Dark Soul with light. Like that needs to stay. They need to leave that in. There's no way. Like you can't change that.
Well, that's the best way to do remakes, you know, like
100%.
with the Oblivion remake, one point they made was like, you know, they updated it, but they didn't update the quirky dialogue, the classic Oblivion dialogue. They kept it in. So I think that's you update the graphics, maybe even change how the game plays completely, because DMC1 is like a top down. So if you change it with the RE engine, it's going to be like a more 3D focus, but
yeah,
you do all that visual and technical back-end fidelity improvements, but you keep like some of the quirks from the original. I think that's the best way you do remakes.
I strongly agree.
Yeah.
But that's all I have to say Capcom wise. I'll pass it to you, Glenn, in case you have anything else you want to say. And then talking about and then we can jump into like we can kind of just bounce around and say like other stuff we think. Because I know I am resisting. I'm holding back because I know I will have a moment when we get to Square Enix. Because I will, as it was mentioned with FF7, I will talk about that and a few things that I think people are huffing cope on real hard. But I'll pass it to you first here because I don't want to hog on the Capcom conversation.
I think the DLC segue paves the way for a good expectation I have.
Okay.
Silksong, Sea of Sorrow.
Yes, I did hear about this.
Today is day 147 of no new news on Sea of Sorrow for Silksong. The fine gentleman who did all the counting for Daily Silksong News is his channel on YouTube. He counted every day there was no Silksong news until there was. Silksong Sea of Sorrow, we know, is the title of this new DLC that they're working on, and it has been quiet. And I think the Summer Game Fest, perfect time to see. I don't need to see a release date, but I need to see some gameplay.
Yeah,
I need to see.
I completely missed this. They announced this way back in December.
Yes.
Yeah, they announced it like right after they put the game out. They're like, also we're working on a DLC, and people were like, what?
Yes,
and they haven't said anything.
Just like Hollow Knight is expected to be free DLC. But
wow.
Like you said, Mark, they just dropped it, said, hey, this is something we're doing. And then in Team Cherry fashion, see y'all when we see y'all.
Yeah.
And today is day 147, or 149, sorry, of no news yet. But I think we will see something. That's my copium for sure, but kind of expected because it's just a DLC.
Yeah.
You know, Silksong is pretty notorious because they were like, hey, we're working on this DLC called Silksong. It got so big that they made it a new game.
Yeah,
right?
It was going to be the 4th DLC for Hollow Knight.
Yes, it was. The 4th free DLC for Hollow Knight was going to be Silksong, where you play as a Hornet for a little bit. And then they were like, okay, we're not going to make this play as Hornet for a little bit. This is going to be play as Hornet for a lot of it. And
yeah,
then
pretty
went silent. So I think we're going to see some stuff there. And in terms of other expected, it kind of goes on to what you said about might be disappointing, Willis, but I think a lot of the stuff that's about to drop, we're just going to see more of.
Yeah.
James Bond First Light, I think we're going to see a lot of that.
Oh, definitely.
I think there's probably going to be a segment on Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
Yeah, I don't want that, but yeah. Because they just had that big presentation. I'm like, but
exactly, the whole Ubisoft announcement. Probably the best expected that I would like to see is some more Control 2.
I wrote that down as well. I would love to see, because that's supposed to come out soon. That's like that's like Q3 2026. So that's
exactly
like around the corner.
So
also a DMC.
Definitely want something from like post reveal. Show us some more gameplay footage. Yeah, I'd love to see where that goes. And then the expectations of like big games that we know are going to come. We were just probably going to see more of Divinity Original Sin 2, I believe it is. I believe they're going to show some more stuff from that. Wolverine, Sony's Wolverine is still on the horizon, and GTA. Something GTA related. I don't know. We were talking about it yesterday in person, I believe, Mark, where and Will, you were there too. Just I think Rockstar is so content with just not showing us stuff. I think they are so comfortable just keeping it in their back pocket, and that's the privilege they earn.
Yeah,
in my book.
No, I agree. It's like I'm so torn because I feel like they have to show something, but I also don't think they're gonna. If they show something, I don't think it's gonna be a lot. I think they'll show gameplay. I had said this also in person yesterday, but like I think they should show gameplay of the stuff that leaked. Like I stand by that. They should show like the gas station heist that leaked. It's because somebody played through that whole. It's essentially what that leaked footage was. Someone playing through that whole level on the dev build, right? And like recording it with like their iPhone. So like it looks terrible. And at the time, even I think when that leaked, people were like, "This is a couple years old." So they should really just be like, "Hey, we know you all saw this, so here is how it actually will look." Because I think that could be great advertisement because they know people looked at those leaks online. Like, you know they do.
So I never played the story of GTA 5, but I remember when that leaked, someone was complaining that they're just doing GTA 5 again. And I'm like,
see that too.
It's a GTA game.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me you were not expecting a heist?
It's I'm almost worried for Rockstar a little bit. Where like I think GTA 6 is going to be amazing. Like everything seems like it's going to be amazing. I'm worried it's getting Cyberpunk syndrome, where like people think this game's going to change the world. It's still going to be a GTA game. It's going to be the same loop, same thing, same vibes. It just may have really high fidelity and, you know, interesting ways to interact with the world, but it's not going to be like that different.
If they don't see that drop of water running down the beer bottle, they're going to have a riot on Twitter.
Dude, actually.
They're going to be like, this game is done for.
Oh, man.
Totally agree with the Cyberpunk comment, man. It's going to be GTA, but I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah,
GTA 5 came out 2011. Oh my God. I would want to see that again.
Yes,
it was 15 years ago.
It is.
That's 15.
It was on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, I remember.
Let's not kid ourselves. It was on the Xbox 360.
That just made me think. This is probably not going to happen. But you said 2011, right?
Something like that, right?
Well, you know what came out in 2011? Skyrim.
Are you serious?
What they haven't,
oh my gosh!
You know what they haven't released since then? An Elder Scrolls main title. But you know, I maybe they gotta.
I'd love it if they showed something.
They gotta have some progress on it, right? Because I know they were working on Starfield, which got clowned a lot. I thought Starfield was fine, but it's definitely not what I think a lot of Bethesda fans wanted.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm really looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know if we'll get news about it. I think we're still a couple years away, but man, I mean, I don't know. I know Todd Howard also has a preference for shadow dropping, or at least being as close to the release date as possible.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be dead silent for a year, and then he'll be like, "Oh, here's Elder Scrolls 6, by the way, it's dropping next month," which would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
You're right.
Because I sometimes think they're like throwing like false information about Elder Scrolls 6 because like people ask Todd Howard and he's like, "I wish I'd have never brought it up. You know, stop asking me."
Well, that's probably true.
Which is probably true, to be fair.
You know, there has now more time has elapsed between today and the trailer for Elder Scrolls 6 than that trailer and Skyrim.
Yes. Yes.
Because I think it was 2018, so it's like, or something like that.
Yeah, maybe, I remember somebody saying that. Like, it's longer.
Or maybe it's 2016.
from
What's the
Skyrim to the
trailer?
trailer
Yeah.
is less time than from trailer till now. Because there's
Wow.
also on Bethesda too, just like
Yeah.
there was that rumor of Fallout 3 remake that had because that
Oh,
that was
true.
a
Yeah.
confirmed
Oh.
leak to be legit because it was in that giant leak like
With the
4 years
Microsoft
ago,
Xbox
the Microsoft Xbox
acquisition.
leak, which like everything that came out in that came true so far. So that means
Fallout
that
3
is
released
real.
it.
They're working on it. The question is whether or not we'll actually see that this year. But I think with the success of Oblivion remake, it's entirely possible those be like also Fallout.
Yeah. And I think it was funny because with the Bethesda Rockstar comparison, right? Bethesda has in that whole time worked on Starfield, right? Oblivion remaster, Fallout 76 came out and all that stuff. So it was funny to me because one of my meme predictions for the Summer Game Fest is Undead Nightmare 2. I think there will be
Ooh.
Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare 2.
That would be
I think we're
crazy.
gonna see Arthur Morgan
Dude.
fight the forces of the undead just like John Marston did in
Oh man, could you
Episode 1.
imagine the crowd reaction to
Dude,
that?
would
Oh
be
man, they would
insane.
go nuts. They would go
That's why I
nuts.
put this a lot further than a long shot. I think if they did Undead Nightmare 2 right now, oh my days, people would
That would
go
be
electric.
That would be electric. I hadn't even thought about that. That hadn't even crossed my brain. That's crazy.
It fell off the map so hard, and I remember being in high school, senior year of high school, saying like, "Hey, this time, I don't know, Red Dead had like just come out, and I saw online like, oh, right now we're in the equivalent of when Undead Nightmare 1 came out after Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yeah.
So if there's gonna be an Undead Nightmare 2, it's gonna come out this time." And I
Yeah.
was like, mark my words, it's coming. And I have not been a senior in high school for quite some time, and it did not come. But my backbone has never felt stronger about Undead Nightmare 2 coming to Red Dead Redemption 2, the greatest narrative story told
Ooh.
ever.
That would be good. Gosh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Well, because I mean, also on the like to just keep in Bethesda too, since we're doing it.
Yeah.
I had on an actual expected, not a long shot, but Doom Dark Ages DLC, because each Doom game has had a DLC that adds extra levels and usually a boss rush. For both of them, I think had that. If I remember, actually, I don't remember if Eternal had it. I think 2016 had a boss rush. But
Yeah. The other thing with Bethesda, I also just realized is they probably won't be at Summer Games Fest, but 2 days later is the Xbox Game Showcase. So if there are Bethesda
I
news,
forgot
it'll
about
probably
that.
be 2 days
Low-key.
later. But I mean, close enough, you know. So
yeah, exactly.
you know,
I
summer
count
reveals.
because
Yeah.
I think PlayStation has a press conference sometimes and they haven't announced, and there's a Nintendo Direct soon. So this is gonna be like this month from now till like mid-June is gonna be like everything. They're gonna announce like everything pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'll take the moment to pivot to this now, before we get into like the rest of the like. I think this could be a good transition from like actual expected bets maybe to like long shots and meme bets and everything. But first thing I'll say, something I actually do expect to see, as we touched on earlier, I do think we will see FF7 Part 3, especially with the recent interview from his name's escaping me, but the head director and producer. Because they did an interview recently where they were like, "Oh, how far along is the game?" And he said, "Quote, I may be off on the number, so I'll give 2. Between 40 and 44 full playthroughs of the game he has completed of Part 3,
What?
which is not out yet. He has beaten it 40 something times through testing."
Oh, okay,
he said.
okay.
And that I think that you don't beat a game 40 times and it's not close to done.
Right.
Like
right, yeah.
that would be crazy, you know. So yeah, he said in an interview, "Oh, I've beaten the game like 40 something times already." So it's really far. And January is the 30th anniversary of FF7, which to this day is still Square Enix's like, you know, flagship title to an extent.
Right.
It launched with the original PlayStation. It was like one of the first 3D games, you know. I imagine they want to hit that time comparison. I also saw Gigi making a cameo too, which is
Right,
adorable.
yeah. She jumped on my lap right here.
She wants to
Thank
talk
you.
about Final Fantasy. Say hi.
She does.
Aw.
Big Final Fantasy fan here.
Yeah. But I think that makes sense as well. There's a couple. I'm not going to talk about spoilers for the remake series, right? But I'll say this one little thing. There's a cutscene in the first game that people had predicted this for a while now. But when the first game came out, there's a cutscene interaction that's like lore important. I won't say why. Where Sephiroth is talking to Cloud, and he like grabs Cloud and he says 7 seconds till the end, which is a famous like Final Fantasy reference from a few other games as well, I think. But he says 7 seconds till the end. How will you handle it? And someone pointed out when that happened 7 years ago, almost now, that 7 seconds to the end from the remake would be the 30th anniversary. Like it would be 7 years after Remake Part 1. And that's coming up in January. And Square's been like, oh, Part 3's almost done.
Wait, is January next year?
January next year is the 30th anniversary.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is also when Square's dropping Evercold for 14.
That's
so
true.
That could be a really strong
yeah.
month for the franchise.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think it's possible. Especially because from the interviews they said about Part 3, they were pretty clear that their plan was like, oh, we already built the map for Part 1. Like, because, like, not to spoil the pacing of the games, right? But, like, Part 1 is Midgar only, just the city. And then Part 2 is the overworld that's from the rest of the game, right? Like, every other area and everything. That's pretty much the whole map, excluding some areas that are spoiler-related for the end of FF7. So, they have the whole open worlds for both of those done. You just theoretically have to stitch them together in one game and then just write new quests to play in that same overworld, and it would work. And then add the end game areas. So I would not be surprised if we see FF7 Part 3 January release date coming out. Pre-order now, you know. And then they even put like collab items in like 14 since the expansion's coming out.
Do you think it'll be titled Return? That's what the leak says.
I think it will be retitled Return. Because there's... It's so hard. I have so much I would love to say about the remake games, but I don't want to spoil anything. The remake games... I'll say this. The remake games... They, if people have ever seen the Ava Rebuild series of films, the remake games kind of aren't remakes. They are, but they take into account at certain points, without getting into spoilers, they take into account events from original FF7 and Advent Children and the spin-off games. Like, characters know things they shouldn't know yet. So a lot of people think that 3 isn't just going to remake the ending of FF7, but that it's going to become a capstone moment for all of the FF7 stories and be like, this is it. We've put everything together. All of the games are relevant now, you know, the originals and the remakes, and all the lore is now in one package. Because I know that's what Nomura said he wanted, was he hated the fact that his baby, essentially, of FF7, which helped blow his career up after he was a boss fight artist on FF6, and he became head artist when Amino stepped down, was the fact that, you know, his, like, masterpiece was spread across, like, 8 systems. He was like, to experience FF7, you have to play the original, the PSP game, the PS2 game, watch the movie, read the book.
Watch the movie.
Like, he was like, I hate that we did this. And so when they started Remake Series, he was like, I want it to all be in one set of games. Like, 3 games, all the lore, you play it and you understand it.
Right.
But then he was also like...
good.
Exactly.
It's good he did that for any other series, right?
Yeah.
Have it spread out.
I'm gonna talk about that after I'm done with FF7 on my meme long shots. It's not gonna happen. That's, you can tell where that's going. But yeah, he wanted it to all be in one thing, but he still wanted to respect the original. Like, he hated the idea of like people who played the OG just replaying it again, you know. So they've tried to recanonize some stuff, I'll say. And if some of the leaks about FF7 are true, the final gang, there was a leak. I think if I remember, the final gang it was a party of 7 or 8, if I remember correctly, who is like the cast, like essentially like think Expedition 33, right? Like you have like the cast and you shuffle through them. The leak said there's 9 party members, which leads me to believe they're going to change something. And I have predictions on what that is. I think people in chat could predict and everything too. My one friend's in chat. He plays a lot of FF7. I think that means they're going to potentially change the ending, but I don't know. But they've set up to try and do it, and I'd be really curious if they tease any of that in the reveal trailer. Be really curious about that. So I'm very excited, and I do think we will see that. And if we don't, I would be really surprised.
You know, you mentioned Expedition 33. Do you think that will get a DLC?
Ooh, I hadn't even thought about that because they had the one free thing they put out.
Right,
Yeah.
they put out the free thing, but I wonder, because of how much the game blew up last year, and I think DLCs tend to be a year or two after, so maybe not yet, but I don't know. I feel like maybe,
Yeah, that could be awesome. I would love that.
or maybe they're just going full forward with the next title in the series, Player Obscure.
I'd be happy with any news from them, honestly. Yeah,
I would believe a DLC more than a whole new title.
I agree.
Yeah. They were dropping those Instagram posts of SKA's voice actor back in the booth.
Yes, I remember that.
And so I don't think that was just for the DLC.
No.
Although a whole new game would be crazy.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't think so, but I think a DLC is actually kind of likely. I hadn't even thought of that, but that's a good point.
Well,
it is a fun long shot.
I forgot about that Instagram thing. That's right. They did bring back the actors, the voice actors. But see, the thing is, like, my impression is, like, if they make a new, like, because it seems like the Clair Obscure, I assume that's, like, the Final Fantasy, the series title they're going. I feel like if they were making a new one, it would probably be a new story, right? Not like a sequel or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, 'cause I feel
if
like
they're
they tied the
bringing,
bow.
yeah, but if they're bringing back the voice actors from the first game, then it might indicate DLC material because they did the voice acting probably way earlier on. I'm not an expert in game design or development, how long things takes, but I assume usually voice acting is done early because it's like you have the script, you have them read the voices, so now you have the files and everything, and then the actual game development with all the environment setting and QA testing, I feel like that's what you do sort of later.
Yeah.
Rather than, or I don't know, maybe studios do it differently, but it wouldn't surprise me that they brought back the voice actors, recorded the lines they wanted, and they're working towards that, maybe a DLC.
That would be cool. That'd be really cool. I'd love a
That
DLC
would
for
be.
that game. That would get me to go back and finish the optional bosses. I fell off that hard.
Oh,
That would definitely
I'm
get
never
me to go
doing.
back.
I haven't even done. I haven't even done the regular optional boss.
Yeah,
And
much
then
less
you're
the
telling
like
me they
improved.
dropped the harder version of the hardest boss in the game already? Yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
I did everything base game, and that DLC literally knocked me on my ass.
It's crazy.
I have not done it. I did the DLC duelist boss, and that rocked me. Rocked me. And I cannot even believe how they made Simon harder. I shudder to imagine.
Because I saw some stuff about the Simon, I think it's Divergent Star or whatever they called it, like for the improved version. That some of the crazy things I saw was they put like forced checkpoints in it, right? So like if you had a really strong build, you could kill Simon like really fast, right? Because you could do like a one-shot build with Mael. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw the Divergent Star one has forced like DPS checkpoints. Like you can't like one-shot him. Like you kill him and it just enters a new phase and he regains all the health. So like there's they basically were like, oh, people are speeding through the optional bosses. We're gonna make that impossible. Like you have to strategize now.
It's so crazy. It was so crazy. So yes, definitely welcoming anything new those beautiful people have to offer, because that was an amazing game.
That was an amazing game. Anything they could get on stage and be like, new game. And I'd be like, yeah. I'd be so happy.
They could just get on stage just to say hi. We don't have anything to release, and people
would go ballistic. Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah. I think also too, if there's a chance they don't show DLC for Expedition, now that I think about it, at Summer Games Fest, I think that could be at Game Awards, because it's usually a tradition. The head director of the winning game gives out the award the next year, so they would be back this December. Yeah. That would be a great time to be like DLC.
I think what's likely, if there is anything at Summer Games Fest, is like they'll announce one of the free mini DLC, while whether they're or not they're working on a full-fledged DLC or the sequel or a spin-off. Maybe we'll hear more later at the Game Awards.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if it's just like no video, no gameplay, just like indicating the next title is being worked on or something.
Agreed. In a similar breath. Oh, sorry, go ahead. What were you gonna say? I didn't want to cut you off.
I'm not gonna add to this. I was gonna throw a different long shot out there. So you go ahead if you're
I'll
going.
talk about my big long shot that I think is Cope. I have this in the meme. I have a few other ones I'll talk about towards the end.
Mhm.
But since we're in the RPG realm, I'll cap off
Yes.
with this. As much as I strongly believe we will see FF7 Part 3, there is not a chance in hell we see Kingdom Hearts 4. Anybody tweeting about that? Anybody talking about that?
Oh my
There's
goodness.
no way. I especially believe that recently because Nomura's working on 7, and he's getting older. There's no way he's working on 7 and working on 4 at the same time. That game is backlogged to hell. I would be shocked if
When did they
showed
announce
footage.
it that they were working on 4? Because I remember seeing the
Ages
trailer.
ago.
It was like probably back in COVID or like 2020.
It was around COVID time they announced Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and then never hearing from them again.
Because they announced 4 and then they announced the gacha game. And then they canceled the gacha game. And then they were like, we're just working on 4. And I thought maybe there was a chance Nomura was splitting his time. But after, not to drag 14 into this again, but after Yoshi P was like, oh yeah, we had Nomura come in and do the new boss designs for Kefka for the Ultimate Raid.
Right.
Like, bro had just free time sitting around while he's working on FF7. There's no way he's working on 4 then. That's on the back burner big time.
But this is the same guy that wanted all his, the FF7 comment of how he wishes all these games weren't spread apart. Meanwhile, this
Kingdom Hearts is a
Hearts
disaster.
series-
It's across. It's like 7 consoles.
Disaster.
It's like 7 consoles, literally. Yeah, and
Gotcha.
I remember actually, now that you brought this up, how long it had been since 4. Someone pointed this out the other day. That was Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced before FF7 Remake Part 1 came out.
Oh my god! And
So
they
there's a
already
chance
have
we get
2 out,
all
ready to
3 of
announce
them,
3.
and then 4.
Oh man!
I think that's a meme bet. There's no way in hell they're gonna announce Kingdom Hearts 4. I think that's ridiculous. Nomura's working on 7. Anybody at that studio who's working under Nomura and that team is on 7, and they'll probably shove all of them over to 4 right after that comes out, which is also why I think it will come out soon. Is they'll then all shift to Kingdom Hearts, and that'll be that. They'll be like, yep, there we go, we're good, we're moving on. If we did see Kingdom Hearts 4, I would love to be wrong. I would really love to be wrong. It's not going to happen. I mean, the cope was so bad with that last trailer. Like, I don't know. I remember people analyzing, like, shots of a forest. I don't know if you guys remember this, but, like, when they showed the first trailer, it was, like, it did, like, long-distance shots of a forest, and you could hear, like, battles in the distance. And people were, like, scanning, like, the wood and doing comparisons. They were like, it's Endor, bro. It's going to be Star Wars, man. And, like, they were doing the whole thing. And, like, there's no way. Because if that is true, and they're going to do, like, more live-action movies for 4, and they do, like, Star Wars, Iron Man, like, all that stuff, that'd be hype. No way that's, like, easy development. There's no way, like, so... I think that's the strongest meme bet. I would love to be wrong. Put me on blast if I'm wrong. But... not a chance in hell we're seeing Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm willing to put my foot down on that one. It's not happening.
That would be something for sure. That would be crazy.
That's real cope. What were you gonna say though before I cut you off and made sure I put my opinion in stone?
No. I was gonna take it a different direction. For some horror games that I think could be long shots that we've heard. I'm gonna throw Blooper Team under the bus. February we did get the Layers of Fear, I believe, whole teaser thing. I believe there was like a countdown to Valentine's Day or something, and then they revealed the Layers of Fear type of game. But another long shot of mine is I believe there was a Silent Hill 1 remake in the works. They did show that off, or it was, I think it was just like a screenshot or a picture being like, hey, we're working on this.
Yeah.
Get ready for it. So would love to see how that has progressed. Would love to see, because I know Willis and I are both big fans of Silent Hill 2 remake.
Yes, big time.
So would love to see a Silent Hill 1 remake. And in literally the same vein, Dead Space 2 remake. The Dead Space 1 remake was so good.
It's so good.
It improved on everything Dead Space 1 was, and I would love to see the greatest Dead Space game remade.
I agree.
With that new atmosphere.
God,
So bad.
good.
So good. It has the best voice lines that I need to stick around. Like fuck you and fuck your marker. I need that line remade in the new gen. That would be so good.
Yeah, it would be fantastic.
Because I am in the need for some good horror games, and I
Yeah.
think those are some good places to start. Whether or not remakes are your cup of tea, I think those are good ones on the
Oh, I agree,
horizon
100%.
that could happen.
And there's that new Silent Hill game as well, right?
Oh
the
yes.
Waterside one. That could be
Oh,
that could be
man.
shown off too. The first person one.
It's like, oh wow, that I completely
When you
forgot
were
about
talking
that.
about that, I remember they announced the Waterside one, and that reminded me just now something I didn't even write on my list at all. Was the God of War trilogy remake announcement.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
That they were like,
yes.
I
Forgot about
completely
that.
forgot about that, and that just crossed my brain when I was thinking, oh yeah, Silent Hill, and there's the new Silent Hill, and then I was like, where did we hear about the new Silent Hill? It was at the Sony press conference like months ago, and that was when they
Yes.
announced they're remaking
Right.
all the old God of War games. So I'd love
They
to
are
see
doing that.
That would be
That's cool.
sick.
Yeah.
That was indeed, I believe that was the final announcement
It was. It
of
was the
Yeah.
capstone
this.
announcement.
So wow, that would be good. But yeah, Silent Hill Townfall is that new one coming up. I've not played Silent Hill F, but I think it is an interesting path to take it out of the realm of Silent Hill. You know,
Mhm.
Silent Hill is no longer this town, but more of this traveling experience
Yeah.
that different people seem to be having with the guilt in their lives and whatnot.
Yes, I agree.
So interesting for sure. Silent Hill F is on my list. So I would love to see more of that. One more long shot I had, kind of out of left field, might be a meme, might not. A new Jedi Cal Kestis game.
Ooh, that could be cool.
Jedi, what was it? Jedi Survivor
Yeah.
did wonders for the little Jedi in my heart that thought about making his own OCs.
Yes.
And they made the game so good, and it was so easy to literally make your own OC
Yeah.
just in the form of Cal Kestis.
Yep.
However you wanted him to dress, however you wanted his hair, whatever color you wanted your lightsaber, and gave him a blaster, dual wielding a lightsaber and a blaster. Any new news from that stuff would light up my world.
Oh yeah, I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
Yo,
So-
that's crazy. I have that in my Steam library. Where did that come from?
Oh yeah. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
you-
that's right,
I'm
you-
sure it was $1.
Yeah, you were playing that recently, or not too recent, but a couple months ago.
Yeah, I need to
Oh,
finish
Lord.
it. It's so good.
It's
There's been
really
so
great
many
game.
games. It's like you get stuff shuffled around like so quickly. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. No, but
2025 was a good one, man.
it was a good year for games, big time. And yeah, I didn't even think about a Jedi game. That'd be sick. I would love another one of those.
Yeah.
Like make it a trilogy. That'd be hype.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Speaking on the like memes, so like really far long shots, I'm gonna take this opportunity to jump onto one I had because I'm running thin on my list of stuff I had. But a long shot meme one would be any footage at all of the new KOTOR game, the Knights of the Old
KOTOR.
Republic, Star
Oh, they
Wars
were
Knights of the
making-
Old Republic,
Oh
because they
right.
announced that at Game Awards, and I
They
think it's
did.
too soon. But as a real far long shot, I would love to see them just talk about it. I think that would
Yeah.
be awesome. Like KOTOR New Hope or whatever it was. Not New Hope, but I forget what they called it. But yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be.
Because I haven't played the KOTOR games, to be honest. But they're definitely something I always wanted to get into. I had a real fiasco trying to get them to run on my PC. That was a pain.
Mm.
Oh, I
didn't-
remember that.
I was
yeah.
like crashing out trying to get them to work right.
It's
because-
it's definitely cited. Again, I haven't played it either, but it's definitely you definitely see it cited as one of the best Star Wars games or even RPGs in general.
Yeah,
which
because
is
they
amazing.
assembled that team at BioWare to make it for Lucasfilm like games or whatever, and Disney,
Mhm.
and then that team went on to make all 3 Mass Effects. So
Oh,
that's
okay,
why
I didn't know
people
that.
love
Yeah.
those KOTOR games. Is that's kind of where Mass Effect started, and so I
I
would love to
see.
see them now, Mass Effect deep, all these games they've made since then at BioWare. Now coming back because it's the same director I think who did all the Mass Effects and the original KOTORs is back to do the new one. I would love to see
Mm,
him now with all this experience under his belt go back to Star Wars and build a
Right.
story like that in that world again. I mean, that would be amazing. So I'd love to see
that would
anything,
be
even like a
amazing.
cinematic trailer. Like anything at all would be hype.
That would. Yeah.
Gosh, too many good RPGs, man.
Yeah. Do you have any bigger long shots, Mark? Anything that really out of left field?
Nah, not really. I think really the one, if there's any Dragon's Dogma 2 news, I'll
You're gonna
be
freak out.
I'll be pretty, yeah, because that community is on life support with that game.
It's unfortunate.
It's such a shame because I think it has so much potential.
Mhm.
Like it's just so interesting, in the RPG genre how they handle certain things. Like no other game has you fight like these massive creatures, and the pawn system it has where you basically have like a traveling party. I feel like that, and it's just NPCs, right? But it's cool because you make your pawn, so you have your custom pawn, and you
Mhm.
recruit two others, but these two others are made by other players. So you enter like the Riftstone, and a bunch of other people's pawns are there, and you like cycle through them. I mean, I guess you could, like, if you really like one, you could just take one for the whole journey, but
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do is take them through. So it really captures like a sense of an RPG that I don't see a lot of games do, because typically in these RPGs you're alone, you're on your
Mhm,
own.
mhm.
Whereas this really, the sense of party, like a Lord of the Rings type of style, you're with your party, your fellowship, and you're out and about doing fantasy shit, slaying griffins and dragons and all that stuff. I really feel like it has like a lot of potential, but I think there was also a lot that people didn't like, the story included. But I
Mhm.
mean, that's one thing. But like a DLC would be a way to really remedy a lot of that and really make that game shine. But yeah, no news, community full on copium, life support.
I
But
agree.
there's some hints there. Maybe
Yes.
we'll see something. If there is something to be seen, it's either now or maybe never. Or if it doesn't happen now, it'll be at like Tokyo Games Fest months later.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have any other long shots, Glenn? Because I can jump in with one last one. Or I guess I
I,
have two, kind of, but one.
yeah, I literally have one more long shot. The new gen consoles.
Hmm.
I believe there has been more stuff shown about the Steam box, I believe
The
they're
Steam
calling it,
Machine.
or Steam
Steam
Machine.
Machine. Yes.
Yes, I've seen more stuff come out about the Steam Machine and how the controllers are having some kind of anti-scalper
Yeah.
situation
Yeah.
where you can reserve a controller using your Steam account if it has bought something prior to April
Yeah.
2026.
So
So, yeah.
I can comment on this. I tried to buy a Steam controller. I did, and I
Mhm.
couldn't. They sold out within 15 minutes of the launch. So
Wow.
I sat eternally in the cart loop, and then it just kicked me back. I did put a reservation for one. I haven't been able to order one yet. I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys saw though, the first wave have been gotten by consumers who seem to really like them.
Mhm.
I did
What
not
what makes it
realize.
special? Like the Steam? I
So
know it
I
has
saw a
like those
guy
buttons.
demo a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff on it, which was really cool. I actually watched this just before I streamed, so I can talk about this. And this leads into my last points I wanted to make. Not just, you guys can maybe see where I'm going with the long shot meme bet when we're talking about Valve, but it's just,
Right.
Yeah.
there was a bunch of stuff I didn't realize that control could do. Because I remember people were complaining it's $100, and they're like, standard controller $100, that's expensive, especially considering like PlayStation ones are like 60, 70 these days.
Yeah.
Um,
Industry standard for sure.
yeah, I didn't realize it comes with scuff paddles, so it has buttons on the back. It also has programmable haptics in it. So like if you like hold it, and then I'll use my Xbox controller I have here as an example, right? If you're holding it like this, you have like the buttons that are here as well. But if you like lift your hand like this, that can be programmed to open a menu. And same with your left hand.
Oh, right.
So like radio menus or like weapon swaps, you can like make it the way you hold things, or like changing your hand stance, also program it to do different inputs. Because I saw people were using that for like Call of Duty. Like you want a weapon swap to your second weapon, you go like that, and it can be
Okay.
programmed to like do stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. There's also a bunch
Yeah.
apparently of little Easter eggs in the controller. Like if you have it attached to Steam and you drop it, it will do the Wilhelm scream.
I did see that. I did see
it'll
that.
It'll be like, ah! And then, like, which is really funny. And I'm really looking forward to seeing rage comps of people throwing the Steam controller and it going, whoa! At the same time. But yeah, it seems really interesting. It seems cool. I'm really curious how Valve is going to handle the Steam Machine price points with all of the recent stuff that sucks so much with RAM and everything.
Yeah, and I think it was I can't remember, maybe last year or 2 years ago. Going on to the console space, I remember Sony making the statement like, PlayStation 6 is now top of mind.
Yeah, I remember that
And
too.
that was like 2 years ago. And we have the new Xbox CEO coming in, who seems to be making it more gaming oriented. Like I believe they started making the Game Pass cheaper.
Yeah.
Started changing Microsoft Studios or something to Xbox Studios.
Yes.
So I definitely think we can see some maybe long shot, maybe meme. Hey, here are the new consoles. Here's what they're gonna look like, type of thing. So, and then people are like, when they made the PlayStation 5, like Joe Kai, who's the Yu-Gi-Oh guy? Joe Kaiba or whatever.
Oh, Kaiba?
Yeah, Joe Kaiba.
Yes.
Because they were like, oh, when they leaked or not leaked, when they revealed the look of the PlayStation 5, everybody's like, do you want the fridge or do you want the Joe Kaiba guy?
Yeah.
And so I think something like that, where we will see the conceptual idea of shape, and then people will be able to visualize in their minds, hey, this is the Switch 2 competitors.
Yeah.
And now, because Switch 2 came out with all that, and so now, war breeds innovation.
Yes.
Switch 2, that sold out basically. People were running for those.
Yes.
I think now is the time for the other players in the space to catch up, and we might see some of that at the Summer Games Fest. Maybe.
I agree, especially with now Valve breaking into console space.
Exactly.
Like they're going to be taking up even more space now. But I guess unless you have something else to say, I'll jump into my last meme bet. Which...
I think it's on my meme bet as well, Will. So you take the floor, man.
Okay, I'll take the floor. And I'll top it off too with like one other point I'll make as well about Valve, maybe something more likely that I don't know. But obviously, the long shot, it was my same long shot for Game Awards, and going forward at this point, it's gonna be my long shot every single award show. Steam Machine leaks, Half-Life 3. They've been teasing it, all this stuff. Like I don't know, all the leaks and everything that have been coming out. I mean, and especially the thing that really makes me want to believe, as the one TikTok I made that like went viral, talked about like, I want to believe, right? Like the cope. Is Valve with the new Steam controller moving to this idea of trying to make it industry standard for controllers to have touchpads for FPS games, to make it better to aim on controller versus a mouse, right? Easier to use like a thumb pad to aim. And their first game they demoed all of that with was Half-Life 2, and they updated all of the Source Engine stuff to adapt for thumb pad controls for the Steam Deck. They did that massive update to Half-Life 2 to allow for mods and everything. And the most recent like patches to CS and Deadlock all have different references to like Half-Life stuff, right? And so a lot of people also talk about the fact that CS2, which is in Source Engine 2, and Deadlock, which is in Source Engine 2, because they don't have any other games in the new Source Engine yet, are all built on foundational code. And some of this, I think, comes from the fact that Deadlock was originally a Half-Life spinoff. But every single console command you type in Deadlock is called Citadel, which is named after the Citadel from Half-Life 2, where like the world government and everybody works from. And so it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if all of Source Engine's built on like the Citadel code and stuff like that, which would make sense for Half-Life 3 to be like in that same like realm, because I think Alyx was built on some of that as well for VR. And I know they talked about the fact that they were upset that not everybody played Alyx because they couldn't own a VR headset, especially around COVID when it was really hard to get them. I have nothing else to say on Half-Life 3 because it's all smoke and mirrors. Like, there's plenty of YouTubers who literally have channels dedicated to this. I'll give a shout out to Tyler McVicker. It's all he does is Half-Life 3 leaks. He reads through the source code of every Valve game update looking for information. So I'll just shout him out. I had the chance to interact with him on my TikTok because I memed on his little praying before the Game Awards thing he did, and then he replied to me and said he thought it was funny. seems like a chill guy. I don't know him, but if you want actual Half-Life 3 news, go to him. Other than that, I'm just kind of here like a child. Like, oh, that would be really cool. I'd love it if Half-Life 3 got announced at the Summer Games Fest. But I know that was a thing with the Game Awards, too, where people talked about the fact that High Guard was so disappointing as a final announcement. There was that rumor that it was because Half-Life 3 was the announcement, and Valve pulled out because of the RAM shortage. They couldn't make the announcement because they wanted to announce at Game Awards Half-Life 3 launch title for Steam Machine. And that's also one of the reasons people think they haven't announced the Steam Machine stuff at all, but have moved forward with saying, oh, the VR headset's going to come out now, the controller's coming out. Well, what about the Steam Machine? And they're like, oh, we have no comment on that. And some of that, I imagine, is the RAM stuff still. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's also, they want that as a tandem announcement. I would want that as a tandem announcement. That would sell that thing like hotcakes, bro. Every like dude in his like late 30s who played Half-Life 2 when he was like, late 20s is going to see that and go, I'd buy a Steam Machine like that. Yeah, as people were calling Half-Life Unk Slop, right? Like, every Unk Slop enjoyer is going to buy a Steam Machine.
Half-Life 3 being a meme, that alone is, like, probably older than all Zoomers alive right now. That is one of the oldest internet memes. And then it died out, I think, for a while. And I feel like I've only started hearing about it again, like, within the last year or two.
Yeah, because
the rumors and stuff.
There was that whole documentary Valve did about the creation of Half-Life 1 and 2. They did that documentary series for the anniversaries. And famously now, they never spoke about Half-Life 3 at all publicly. They just go, oh, we're working on it, or oh, we're kind of done, right? You know what I'm saying? That whole...
Valve can't count to 3.
Yeah. If you guys have never seen the documentaries, they're worth watching, even if you never played Half-Life. It's really interesting to see how Valve makes their games. And like these like huge lawsuits they went through and stuff. That was like wild. I don't know if you knew that, but they got like sued by like a gaming cafe in Korea for like distribution because their like distributor was illegally distributing, and they got like sued while they were making Half-Life 2. So they had to spend their Half-Life 2 budget on lawyers because they were being sued by, I think it's Vivendi, who was a worldwide publisher, because Valve wasn't big enough to publish at the time and Steam wasn't out yet. And they literally only won the case because they had a Korean translator who was an intern, and he was reading through every case file, and he found a document in Korean from Vivendi that said, we have burned the Valve documents like you asked. And so they took that to the court and were like, what's this? And the judge was like, we're siding with Valve. You owe them X amount of money. And then they took that court case money
crazy.
And put it into Half-Life 2 to launch it. And while that happened, because they kept having to give over all their documents for the court case, that's how Half-Life 2 leaked, was because a like intern at the law firm took the USB and put it on his computer to like share it with his friends, and then they like spread it all out. Or it got hacked because there was a version of it that was on another computer. I don't remember. But great documentaries. I'm getting off topic. They end that Half-Life 2 one talking about the unfinished build of Half-Life 3 and how they were disappointed with it. And like everything they were planning to do, they were like, we had a frost gun to make like frost levels where you could like build like if you played Deadlock, Kelvin's gun that shoots like a frozone beam that you can run on. That was a demo for Half-Life 3 tech. And there was like, they showed off like gel-based alien enemies that could like walk through grates and like deform and reform themselves, like kind of like the regenerators in RE4, like similar, like lots of really crazy stuff. And they were like, yeah, and then we kind of just were like, they said, then the team moved on to Left 4 Dead 2 and we backburnered it and we just never finished it. And then that documentary famously ends with Gabe Newell saying the greatest regret of his career is that they didn't make Half-Life 3. And then the interviewer's like, would you like to comment on that? And he's like, maybe sometime soon. And then that's how it ends. And so you're like,
when did that? When
like
did that
2 years ago
out?
now.
Oh, okay.
It was like 2 years. It was like a year or two after they did Alyx. So that's a couple years old now. They did those documentaries, and so people were all like, "Holy shit!" And now with the Steam Machine stuff and all these like rumors ramping up, I don't know, man. Could be interesting. But it's a definite long shot. And some of those leaks I read on Half-Life 3 from people like Tyler McVicker and everything are just insane. Like some of them are like way blown out of proportion, even by like GTA 6 standards, right? There's one that talks about like dynamic environments where like every spawn is random and the entire terrains are random with fully destructible physics. So every replay of Half-Life 3 will be entirely different because it will completely regenerate the map each time you play it. Like that's insane. I don't think that's true.
But that's something like you would probably expect some kind of, maybe not evolution, but because it's their own code, you would expect the way that 1 and 2 revolutionize like their physics engine, you'd probably
Yes,
see
yeah.
something similar.
Definitely.
And I think
physics-based
you
stuff.
see hints of that in Deadlock probably. Like when you
Yes, big
mentioned the
time.
ice thing, like I'm like that's something I haven't really seen before, and it's
Oh,
pretty
agreed,
particular.
100%. And one of the interesting things with that when they talk about it is a much more likely remake theory I've seen about Half-Life 3 leaked in the same vein as like famously Gabe Newell talks about it in the documentaries, not to talk about this again, but like the best thing for a player is feedback. You want to feel like the game respects you as a player. Yeah. That's why in every Valve game when you shoot the wall there's a hole in it, right? Like Team Fortress 2 has that. You get like the clanking sounds when you hit stuff. He's big into all that because he's like, I want the game to respect the player, as in like it's like an ego check. Like I am letting you know I know you are interacting with me. And one of the things was not just fully destructible environments, but like next level physics stuff, like realistic fire and water physics, changing weather that's like realistic. Like one of the leaks talked about like a wind gun that can make tornadoes. And so this idea of like manipulating the actual weather of an area to like use it to your advantage and like stuff like that. Like one of the other ones was talking about like there's going to be big levels that take place in like a typhoon. And they were like, you're going to be able to break the windows open and then use the like electricity gun to like, you can spread water with the gravity gun and then shock it. Kind of like in Baldur's Gate where you interact with like the environment. So like really crazy physics stuff was what they were essentially saying it was going to lean into. I think that would be amazing because that was definitely one of the big things that Half-Life 2 did that blew people's minds was like the physics-based stuff.
Right. It's like you take it for granted now because so many games have it. But I think back then, what is it like being able to just even pick up objects and throw them around?
Yeah, you couldn't do any of that back then, really. And when Half-Life 2 did that whole like breaking the wood to like move stuff and things bouncing.
Oh yeah.
Like all of that was, really famous. But again, it's a long shot. I think it would be more likely we get an announcement that Deadlock is in open beta.
Well, the other thing is like Valve typically doesn't participate in these awards and industry events, right? They kind of do their own thing.
My only reason I believe it would be true is I saw an interview with Jeff Keighley. Not to put Jeff on blast, love the guy. He seems like a really sweet dude. But he gave an interview when Half-Life Alyx came out that apparently it was rumored, and he confirmed it was true, that behind the scenes Valve was going to announce Half-Life Alyx. It came out, they're like, oh, we're doing this, blah, 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 right? He apparently was fighting tooth and nail with Valve to get that announcement. Like, he was like on his knees begging, like, please let me announce this at the Game Awards. Like, I want it more than anything. And he confirmed that was true because then Valve let him do part of the announcement on their streams. And he confirmed, like, in later interviews, he's like, oh, yeah, like, my biggest, like, failure as an announcer was that I didn't get to announce Half-Life Alyx. So if he's even heard an inkling of Half-Life 3, I know for a fact he is at Valve Studio, like, please. And there was that whole thing with Kojima. Because last time Kojima visited Valve, they released Alyx. Because Gabe knows Kojima and invited him to play Alyx early before it released. And he like had never visited Valve since, and he just recently was at Valve, and he was like took a bunch of pictures with the devs and everything, and people were like, "Oh shit! Last time Kojima went to Valve, a Half-Life game came out." Because Kojima famously said when Metal Gear Solid 2 came out that he was mad because Half-Life 2 came out, and he was like, "Oh, I should have made Metal Gear Solid 2 like this. I fucked up." Like, and that's why Metal Gear Solid 3 has all those crazy interactions where you can like knock the trees over and like hang off stuff. Because he was obsessed with Half-Life. And so, I don't know. It's the ultimate cope. It has been since the 2000s. It always will be. But that was my last long shot, was just Half-Life. I have to put that out there. If I'm right, there will be an episode of this podcast that I will be beaming.
That'll be crazy. Yeah, that'll be crazy.
But that was all I had. That's pretty much my list. I don't know if anybody had any other capstone points on Summer Games Fest stuff, but
I think we covered quite a lot.
We did.
I think those are the predictions. We will find out June 5th.
Yeah.
And pretty confident about some.
Yeah, I'm confident
skeptical
about
others.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. It's gonna be really funny if we're like all wrong. Like every prediction is
just
wrong.
Completely off base. They're
That's
just
the best part
talking
about it.
That is the best part about it. Yeah.
It'd be some. We're an up and coming studio. Here's our gotcha game.
18 gotcha games. Like
So,
damn,
talking
dude.
about nothing we brought up.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's all. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to talk about. We can cap it here or keep it going if there's other points y'all want to talk about, anything recently. Or I think this was solid.
No, I feel like this. Yeah, it was a solid conversation and went down for a good chunk of time. Yeah, like an hour and a half.
Yes.
I feel like that's a good length.
That
Yeah,
is a good
I
amount of
agree.
time.
That
Yeah.
was really good. So yeah, thank you all who are listening live in the chat. I just saw a message in the YouTube chat from us. Yeah, exciting stuff. This will be hopefully up live on YouTube, and I'll post stuff about it on my socials and everything. Maybe tomorrow or the next day, get a chance to cut it out of the stream, edit it as its own thing. I'm gonna look in how I can get it uploaded to like maybe Spotify and like Apple Music, other podcast places for people to listen.
Yeah.
More than that, though, when the YouTube video's out, I'll say this: it's not public yet. It's been worked on, especially with the help of Glenn and Mark. But we're gonna have a Discord. People want to hang out, talk about games and stuff. I will put the link to that in the description of this episode. So if you were really mad at any of us or really agreed with any of us on our takes, you can join there and let us know.
That's true.
And you will then be promptly banned. No. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yes.
Just thank you all for tuning in. Those who turned in live and those who are watching the VOD at any point. Yeah. Big excitement. and
Thank
everything.
you, Coffee Cast.
Yes,
as
episode
us.
1.
Great.
Very exciting. And we will be back soon. I don't know if we'll do it as like a standing Wednesday thing or just figure it out for a while until we can like iron out a perfect schedule. But we'll record when we can and record when not. We will, as I'm seeing people say in chat, where you can send hate mail in the Discord. And yeah, maybe we should get a theme song going. We should figure something out, get like an intro. Anyway, thank you so much for everybody tuning in. If you guys have anything else you want to say at the end, go ahead. But yeah, I'm finished. Yeah, I think that's good.
Thank you all. See you next time.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. Woo.